What is your name, please?
My name is Mohana.
What is your name, please?
My name is Mohana.
What is your name, please?
My name is Mohana.
Two of these people are imposters. Only one of them is the real Mohana, and is the only one sworn to tell the truth. And here is our host, Bud Collier.
Thank you very much. We're back again with our game of deliberate misrepresentation, wherein our panel tries to figure out which one of three challengers has sworn to tell the truth. To Tell the Truth is brought to you by Geritol, America's #1 tonic, the high-potency tonic that helps you feel stronger fast. And now let's meet our cross-examiners. What is your name, please?
My name is Polly Bergen.
My name is Ralph Bellamy.
My name is Kitty Carlisle.
And my name is Hy Gardner.
Now, these three persons all claim to be Mohana. Only one, of course, is the real Mohana. The other two have merely assumed that identity, and they do not have to stick to the truth. Now, panel, will you follow along with your copies of this affidavit while I read it to you? I, Mohana, am living in the United States with my husband, who works for the United Nations. In my native country, India, I am a motion picture actress and have starred in more than 20 feature films. In 1952, I won the Indian equivalent of your American Oscar for the Best Actress of the Year. Signed, Mohana. Now, panel, these three people all claim to be Mohana, the Indian movie actress. Of course, as you know, only the real Mohana is required to answer your questions truthfully. You will each question until you hear this signal. And at the end of the questioning period, you will be asked to vote for the one person who, in your opinion, is the real Mohana. And let's start with Hy Gardner. Hy?
Number one, when it's midnight here in New York, daylight time, what time is it in India?
8 o'clock in the morning.
Would you want to answer that, number two?
I think it would be 10 o'clock.
And number three?
But 11:30.
It's fairly confusing. Number one, would you know the name of the UN member who organized the UN police force?
No.
Number one, who was Carlos P. Romulo?
I don't know.
Number two, do you know?
I think he was the first president, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
Polly Bergen.
Numbers.
Number one, for what picture did you win the award?
Sansar.
Number two, what picture did you
Do
win the
Biga
award?
Zameen.
I beg your pardon?
Do Biga Zameen.
Oh. Number three, what picture did you win the award?
Avara.
I saw all of them, and you were just one. Number three, in motion pictures in India, do you loop dialogue? Do you know what the expression looping is? Or is that just an English expression in pictures?
Oh, there's an American expression, looping, too.
I didn't mean that
Oh,
looping,
I'm sorry.
Bud. Number one, what does the jewel in an Indian female's forehead signify?
Oh, it's just a cosmetic.
Just a decoration?
They're just
I see.
decoration.
Ralph Bellamy.
Number one, who is the present ambassador, United States ambassador to India? Number two,
Mr. Mehta.
and who preceded him?
I don't remember.
Number three,
No, I don't know.
you can't remember?
I don't hear. I can't.
Number one, what is the name of the young lady whom Mr. Rossellini visited in India recently?
Sonalini Dasgupta.
Uh-huh. Number two, do the names Mitchell and Klieg mean anything to you?
No.
Number three?
No.
Number one?
No.
Kitty Carlisle.
Number two, the cosmetic mark on your forehead. How do you keep it on?
Well, you can put it on with anything that sticks on.
And how do you get it off?
You pull it off again.
You pull it off.
Yes.
Number 3, does a sari have a religious connotation?
No.
It's just a national dress?
Yes, it's a national dress.
Number 2, what is the city in India that corresponds to our Hollywood, where the film industry has its headquarters?
Bombay.
Bombay.
Yes.
Number 1, what was your part in your favorite play, in your favorite movie?
A bad girl's part?
Number 2, what was your part?
Well, it was a dramatic role, tragedy.
A tragedy. And what was the name of the film, your favorite?
My favorite was Barsat.
That's it, panel. Time is up, and it's time for you to vote. So without consultation, if you will, please, mark your ballots and select number 1, number 2, or number 3. Remember, please, the team of challengers will get $250 for every incorrect vote, which means they may divide as much as $1,000 if they fool the entire panel. And is said panel all ready? How about you, Polly? Not yet? Okay. For whom did you vote, Polly?
I voted for number 2. Oh, you voted for number 2, too, huh? I actually, number 2 didn't know what time it was in India, but neither did number 1, who I thought it was. So number 2 knew another answer, which I didn't know, but she sounded very sure about it, so I voted for her.
You see, if you keep your thoughts clear, there's no reason why you can't guess every
very
time.
simple game, really.
Ralph, for whom?
Number 2. Number 2, you're the United States ambassador, and I detected a little British, I think, in there that might have might go with the movie actress.
Kitty, how about you?
Number 2. I felt that number 2, knowing about Dr. Carlos Romula, probably had more accurate information.
Hi, Gardner. Your
But
vote?
He wasn't the first president.
Oi.
I voted for number 1 because number 1, despite the fact that was a cosmetic, which it isn't, number 1 looks like the only person in India that Rossellini missed, but she did know the right time.
All right, there we have it now. The votes are in, the minds are made up. Now, sink or swim with us. Let's find out which one of these lovely ladies is the Indian movie star. Will the real Mohana please stand up? All right, thank you very much. Number 2, would you tell us who you really are and what you really do?
My name is Manurama, and I'm working on promotion of Indian handicrafts. I'm also studying business administration.
Good. And number 3, how about you?
My name is Camila Pereira, and I am a model, and I participated in the Miss Universe contest as Miss Ceylon.
Well, if you could swing around and look in front of your desk, you see that the score reads that there were 3 incorrect votes at $250 each for a total of $750 from Geritol, ladies. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Good night and good luck. Now, we meet a new set of challenges in just... Now, may we have our next set of challenges, please?
What is your name, please?
My name is Warren Hare.
What is your name, please?
My name is Warren Hare.
What is your name, please?
My name is Warren Hare.
All right, panel, will you once again follow along with your copy of this affidavit? I, Warren Hare, a college student, have just returned to this country after 5 months of hitchhiking through Europe and North Africa with a friend. Recently, our trip hit the front pages of the American newspapers because on the 26th of May, we slipped through the Iron Curtain into Hungary. We were captured by the communists and held prisoner for 13 days. Signed, Warren Hare. Now, panel, these three people, these three young men, all claim to be Warren Hare, who slipped through the Iron Curtain recently into Hungary. Remember, only the real Warren Hare is required to answer your questions truthfully. And let's start this round with Kitty Carlisle. Kitty?
Number 3, you say you hitchhiked through, it says here you hitchhiked through Europe and North Africa. There's a body of water between Europe and North Africa. How did you hitchhike across that?
We didn't. We took a boat.
Oh. Number 2, at what point did you slip into the Iron Curtain, into Hungary?
Well, we slipped through on the 26th of June.
I mean, at what point geographically?
Geographically, at a town called Sopron. It's about 5 kilometers from the Hungarian border.
Number 3, how long did you wander around Hungary before you were caught?
10 minutes.
Hi, Gardner.
Number 1, when you hitchhike in Europe, what type of car do you generally hail?
In the small European cars.
Number 3, what Hungarian newspaper is printed in English?
I don't know, sir.
Do you know number 1?
No.
Number 2, who was the deposed head of the Hungarian government who shortly will be given a very phony trial?
I believe it was Kadar.
Beg pardon?
Kadar.
Number 1, we're all talking now about your slipping through the Iron Curtain with a friend. Number 1, what was the name of your friend?
Mike Gilbert.
And number 2, is that correct?
Ken Shields.
Number 3?
Jim Walsh.
Well, they've all got friends.
Yeah, but with a mob like that, it's no wonder they got caught.
What's your name?
I would like to.
I would too. Polly Bergen.
Number 1, is the eastern sector of Berlin larger than the western sector?
I don't know.
Number 2, could you tell me which sector is the Russian sector of Berlin?
The eastern.
Which is the largest, number 2?
The West. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Thank you, number
Would you
3.
repeat the question, please?
I asked, which is the largest of the two sectors, the east or the west?
The West. The Allied sector is the
The
largest.
west. Number 1, could you tell me, if the Iron Curtain is so well guarded, how did you get through?
We simply crawled under the fence.
I mean, there were no guards watching at the time?
There were some, yes.
They were?
There were guards, yes.
Oh, but they just didn't see you?
No.
How soon after you got through did you get caught?
30 minutes.
Oh, you're better than him, huh?
Thank you.
More staying powers, Ralph.
Number 1, what year of college did you leave to make this hitchhiking trip?
Sophomore.
Sophomore. How'd you get 5 months?
Well, I left in the middle of the year, in January. I intend to go back this September.
Number 2, where is Marrakesh?
Marrakesh?
Yeah.
North Africa.
What range of mountains is it?
I don't know,
Number
sir.
3. Number 1.
The Atlas, I think.
Number 2, how were you released from prison and from Hungary?
Well, we were taken by the guards from our prison and driven together in a Russian car to the town of Nicholasdorf.
Well, by what authority?
Kitty Carlisle.
Number 2, did you meet any Russians when you were in prison?
No. We were,
Only Hungarians?
We met no one.
You met no one?
We were isolated.
What did you have to eat?
Mostly dried fruits, dried vegetables, turnips, potatoes. We had rice and a small piece of meat once every week.
Number 3, did you meet anybody in prison at all?
No, ma'am.
Number 1, did you meet anybody?
No.
You all were just talking to each other.
Well, that's it. Now, talk to yourselves, but not on the panel. Because without consultation, it's time for you to cast your votes. And select number 1, number 2, or number 3. Ready, panel? Votes all marked. How about you, Polly? For whom did you vote?
I voted for number 2. He has such a smirk like I made such a mistake. Actually, I voted for number 2 because his whole dietary thing on the prison was sensational, and he looked like he ate every bit of it.
Ralph, for whom did you vote this round?
Number 1.
You're right, I decided.
Well, I haven't got a very strong reason except that he's got a bit of a tan and it looks as if he might have rested up a bit after he returned.
Kitty, how about your vote?
Well, as you can see, I've made a mess. I voted originally for number 3 on account of his hair. His name is Mr. Hare. But then I decided it better be number 2, so I really voted for number 2.
All right, and how about you, Hi? What about your
Well,
vote?
I disagreed again and voted for number 3. Number 2 said the 26th of June. It says here the 26th of May, so there was some conflict. And furthermore, with the haircut that you're wearing, number 3, you look like you got it caught in the Iron Curtain.
There you are. Minds made up and fascinating reasons given. Now let's see which one of these... It certainly are. Which one of these young gentlemen is the real one who slipped through the Iron Curtain? Will the real Warren Hare please stand up? Thank you very much, sir. Number 2, would you tell us who you really are and what you do?
My name is Andrew Morris, and I'm an assistant buyer for Brooks Brothers.
And number 3, how about you, sir?
My name is Eddie Hilgemar. I'm a waiter at the Coral Room on 18th Street, Manhattan.
Well, gentlemen, you'll be happy to know, as you may have gathered, that there were exactly 3 incorrect votes by our astute panel on this round, too, at $250 each from Geritol for a total of $750, which will come in handy, I trust, to bring you happiness and good luck. Good night, and the best of good luck to you. Now, in just 1 minute, 3 new challenges. And now let's have our third team of challengers, please.
What is your name, please?
My name is Beverly Elliott.
What is your name, please?
My name is Beverly Elliott.
What is your name, please?
My name is Beverly Elliott.
Okay, panel, once again, may I direct your attention to the copies of the affidavits in front of you while I read it. I, Beverly Elliott, am the winner of 9 beauty contest titles. Now I am the general manager of a chain of gymnasiums. I also lecture and give demonstrations of strength. I am married to the former national weightlifting champion. In 1953, I myself won the women's weightlifting championship of the state of California. Signed, Beverly Elliott. All right, here we go again, panel. These 3 people all claim to be Beverly Elliott, champion weightlifter. You will again each question until you hear the signal, and we'll start with Polly Bergen. Polly?
Number 2, it says here that you won 9 beauty contest titles. Could you name some of them for me, please?
Surely. I was Miss Venus of 1955, Miss Air Force Cadet 1955, Miss Naval Orange 1956.
I think we'll stop with the naval orange, if you don't mind.
I think it's rather interesting.
I do, too.
Number 1, when you and your husband have disputes, how do you settle them?
Well, we talk it out. We don't try to fight it out or anything.
Number 3, who is the present male weightlifting champion?
In what class?
The big one in the Olympics.
Paul Anderson.
That's the one I meant.
Ralph?
Number 1, what's the greatest weight a woman has ever lifted?
Well, actually, back in 1912, it was 600 pounds, rather 1,600 pounds. But she had a piano and people on it, so she wasn't in a class. It was just a demonstration.
Number 2, what would you say the greatest weight?
Well, it was Miss Darnell, I believe her name is, and it was 1,600 pounds. She picked up a piano with a man sitting, playing it, and she sang to the accompaniment.
He was holding a candelabra.
Number 3, why did you become a weightlifter? What made you want to become a
I actually grew up with it.
You grew up with it?
Yes.
Doesn't everybody? Kitty Carlisle.
Number 1, what is the weighs the most of the weight that you lift? Weigh.
Don't answer that. You care to state that again?
Yeah, what is the weight that you lift the most?
Well, the most...
You mean what weight does she dig the most?
The most is 150 pounds in the clean and jerk.
Thank you. Number 2, do you feel that it's important to your marriage to have a man who is equally athletic as you are?
Well, I think it helps tremendously.
You
we
do?
have the same interests, yes.
Number 3, do you think it would give a man an inferiority complex if he were not as physically strong as his wife?
I don't believe so.
Hi. Number 3, outside of a sore back, what does a weightlifting champ get?
A girl?
What did you get?
Trophies.
Trophies. Were you able to lift them? Where in California did you win the title?
In Los Angeles, all over actually, mostly Los Angeles.
Oh, there was more than one title.
Yes.
What's the name of the best newspaper in Los Angeles, do you know?
Los Angeles Times.
Number 1, what famous weightlifter married a glamour girl, do you know?
No.
Also number 1, who was Al Roon?
Who was Al who?
Roon, R-O-O-N.
I don't know.
Do you know Al Roon, number 2?
It may lead you to ruin, but that's the end of this questioning period. I'm sorry to say these 3 lovely ladies all claim to be one person. It's time for you to cast your ballots, voting therefore for number 1, number 2, or number 3. How about it, panel? They're all having trouble this time.
I'm ready.
Are you? How about you, Polly? You ready? For whom did you vote?
I voted for number 3. Actually, I voted for number 3 because standing up there, she looked like the one who... Your pectoral muscles are sensational.
We're a little late, folks, so good night. Ralph Bellamy, please.
Number 1. I haven't got much reason, but just,
Have any of us?
seem to have a little
Chicken.
quicker, readier information.
How about you, Kitty? Your vote?
Number 3. I felt that number 3 said that when she said, I grew up in it, that's the way you would become a weightlifter.
I see. And Hi Gardner, your vote was for?
Well, I voted for 1. I went along with Ralph Bellamy, I guess. I can't see the blonde gal lifting this. And I can't see number 3 lifting number 2, so I voted for number 1.
I see. All right, there we have it. The votes are all in and our minds are all made up. Now, let's see which one of these lovely ladies is the champion weightlifter. May I ask each one of you to stand up and come around in front of your desks, please? Thank you. Now, in front of you on the floor of the stage, ladies, you will notice there is a 110-pound barbell. Will the real Beverly Elliott pick up that barbell? Now. Now, number 1, would you tell us who you really are and what you really do?
I'm Diane Alexandria, and I'm a press agent.
And number 2, how about you?
My name is Christy Logan, and I dance at the Latin Quarter in New York.
Well, ladies, sitting where I am in my vantage point, I see that there were exactly 2 incorrect votes at $250 each for a total of $500 from Geritol. Divide it, enjoy it. Thank you for being with us. Good night and good luck. Now, we'll be back in just a... Well, there's just time left to tell you, ladies, that while we're enjoying our little chuckles with the panel here, I will not be with you next week. I'm going away on a little vacation, but I'm very happy to say that my good friend Ralph Bellamy is going to move over from the panel and take my place while I'm away, and I thank you for doing that, Ralph. And Eamon Andrews, the British TV star who has also appeared on this show as one of our challengers one night, not too many weeks ago, is going to take Ralph's place on the panel. So have fun, enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Good night, panel.
Good night, Bud.
And now this is Bud Collier saying good night on behalf of Geritol and reminding you to tell the truth.
Transportation. Tell the Truth was arranged by American Airlines. Guests flown to New York aboard American's famous luxury flight, the DC-7 Mercury. To Tell the Truth is Mark Goodson, Bill Codman production, in association with the CBS television network. Miss Bergen's and Miss Carlisle's dresses by Molly Parnell.